Okay, so you should have this already made. And so in order to get our granny square started, you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to bring your hook through the middle, catch that yarn again, and bring it through. And that's going to be, you should have right now on your hook, if you're looking at it correctly, you should have 3 loops on your hook. So to do a double crochet, it's basically yarn over, and you're going to bring it through the first 2 loops, and that'll leave you 2 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over again and bring it through the next 2 loops. And so now you should have something like this. And if you want to look at it, you've got 2 stitches. So if you count it, you have 1, 2. So then we're going to do another. You're going to yarn over. You're going to go right through the middle of your hook, and then you're going to yarn over again because you're going to catch that yarn, and you're going to pull it through. And you should have 3 loops. So you're going to do yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. So now you have a total of 3 chains or 3 double crochets on your hook. So you're going to yarn over and chain, and that's just going to give you a little bit of space between your groups of double crochet. So then we're going to start our next grouping, and you're going to yarn over, through the middle, grab that yarn, pull it back through the center, and then yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. And now you should be able to see that little gap we just made. And what I do is, as I'm crocheting the little pigtail, I'm just holding it against the circle that I'm crocheting around, because eventually what's going to happen is these crochets, these stitches, are going to cover this up, and you don't have to worry about tucking it in. You don't want to cut it off because you don't want it to unravel, so you want to have about an inch or 2. So if you just hold it tight to your project, you'll end up just covering it up as you go. So now we're going to yarn over, through the middle, and we're going to do one more. Like I said, take that little pigtail and just pop it down and out of the way. And you're going to yarn over and through 2, and this is going to get a little tricky and annoying. You don't have to hold it down as you're going, because I know sometimes that can get in your way. You can choose to let it hang out, and then at the end of the project you can tuck it in. And you're going to yarn over and through the other 2. Yarn over, and then you're going to make, so now you should have half of your first square, and sometimes you'll have to pull a little more out of here because it does get a little tight when you're first using the yarn out of the skein. So now what we're going to do is continue the same thing. You're going to yarn over right through the middle of it, catch that yarn and bring it through, and then yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. And so you're just going to keep doing that same yarn over, through the middle, yarn over it, through 2, and through 2. And so you just kind of keep that up until you get a total of 4. And sometimes if you do grab that and kind of snag that and it comes unraveled, it's okay. Just take your fingers, hold it or pull it back down, and you should be fine. You're going to yarn over, grab it, through 2, through 2, And then we're going to do our one chain, and we're almost done here. Yarn over, through the middle, catch it, yarn over, through two. And this will take a little bit of practice, but don't get frustrated. It took me a really long time to just learn granny squares, but I kind of did it a little bit backwards, and I started out with stuffed animals and then kind of worked my way backwards. Most people, this is what you're going to start with, is just doing a basic granny square. We're almost done. We're going to do one more double crochet. And then you're going to do one last little chain. And as you can see, we almost have our perfect square. But if you look up here, you're going to have the top edge of that first chain that you made. And you're going to go right through the middle, because when you look at it, you can still sort of see that V shape that it makes. So you're going to go right through the middle. And when you lay it back, you'll see it there. And you're just going to go right here. And you're going to take that and grab it with the hook and then just pop it through. And now you have made your center of your first granny square. So if you'll give me just a few moments, we'll proceed on to making the next ring around the granny square.